This is Code.org. I'm currently working on CS Discoveries, their physical computing unit. I am on lesson Getting Properties. Let's see, frequency. This buzzer controller has been expanded to control frequency as well, but the code isn't finished yet. Do this, using the duration variable as a model, create a frequency variable that gets the value from the frequency slider. Ooh, we want to what? Get the value. Get the value from the frequency slider. I'm going to do that first. So, frequency, duration. Oh, because this is where we would control frequencies, and they just have it set to 500. Okay, so we need using the duration variable as a model, create a frequency variable. Well, let's look what they did with duration here. I'm going to go over to variables, grab this. Now I'm going to write the word frequency. And then they used a get property. So let's steal their idea because it's the good way to do it. Now, what's the ID of that part of the app, the property ID? If I hover over this part, it says ID frequency, okay? So that's perfect. Now, keep in mind, these IDs aren't always what the variable is. We can name our variable whatever, but we're setting it up that way. So we have this as its idea is frequency. This time, though, you do need it in quotes, just because it's the ID of an element on the screen. And then we don't want to grab the width. What do we want to get the property of? We want to get the frequency, and then what property of frequency do we want? We want to know what value. Where did we slide it here? And then once the computer grabs that value from this element, slap, it makes frequency, this variable, equal to whatever the slider was. Then we can use it here to control the frequency instead of always have it set to 500. So modify the line of code that makes the buzzer sound so that it uses the frequency variable rather than the default 500. Run the code, change the frequency. Don't forget to hit the button. Oh, to hit the button after you make a change. Got it. Let's test it out. So I'm going to go that and then high frequency. Ooh. And let's go longer because it's easier to hear. And then way low. Ah. And the highest. I'm having too much fun, I know. Oh, that was bad. I had to stop it. Anyways, cool. Let's keep going.